What's up, boys? Personal Jesus here, and today I want to tell you guys how I'm a headhunter every single season in about 1 week or less. Now, if you want to farm like me, you have to play like me. I play about 12 hours a day, every single day, for the first week, and then I kind of get lazy and I stop caring. But anyway, it usually takes me 4 days to get a headhunter. And if you can play like me, then this video is probably for you. Now, the way I farm for my headhunter is simple. I abuse the fuck out of my poisons. If you guys not aware of how to abuse poisons, go back to my old videos and you'll see. You can farm high-tier delirium maps effectively naked, having no investment in your build, and just getting the benefits. You can farm the full delirium on the first day of the season, which is kind of insane because most builds can't even farm it 1 month in. Meanwhile, you can just do this on the first day. Just kind of quite nice. Now, let me tell you guys how I'm doing this. What I found out was delirium maps and delirium orbs have a really high price at the league start. Let me show you guys. On the first couple of days of the season, you can buy delirium orbs for about 10C, 15C, up to 20C, I'd say. This is extremely cheap because one delirium orb nets you about 2 blight maps. As you can see, a tier 13 map, blight map, can cost up to 35C. If you're getting from one orb, you're getting 2 blight maps, you're effectively getting 70C from a single 10C delirium orb, which makes you gain about an exalt every single map. I'm sure you guys already understand how insane this is. Being able to farm delirium while no one else can gives you all the power. Simulacrums are the same way. Simulacrums are really expensive in the first couple of days and then they plummet. But if you can capitalize on those simulacrums, you can probably sell them for about 1C each, and you're getting them at 50. You're getting 50 of them every single map. So I don't really have to tell you guys how insane this is and how much money you'll be making. The way you progress into delirium maps is simple. You start playing the easiest leveling build. Usually I play my Toxic Arrow because it has proven to be really easy to play. But you can play pretty much any build, as long as you can transition into maps really fast. After I get into maps, I usually start farming for my cosplays. The way I farm for my cosplays is simple. I do my curse recipe. You don't have to do it for long. It only takes a day. In less than a day or less, you should be able to get your cosplay. I usually buy cheap delirium orbs for like 1C each, and I farm T4 maps. T4 maps are really simple, really fast, and you can get about 5 to 10 chaos every single map. And so, in 10 maps, effectively, you already got the cosplay. Depends on how cheap they're gonna be next season, because my videos have kind of destroyed the economy for the past couple of leagues. People are buying more of Conquest more, people are buying cosplays more, but I feel like the price of cosplays will still be relatively cheap, which allows us to transition as fast as possible. So once you get a cosplay, it's simple. Transition into Cock Ice Nova. Cock Ice Nova will allow you to farm T14 Tideria maps with ease. You don't have to use poisons yet, because you will need your more of Conquest. But even one cosplay is enough for you to farm T14 Blights. Not full Blights, mind you, just one Delirium Orb will be enough to make you enough money. Once you start farming those Delirium Blight Orbs, you will be able to buy yourself a second cosplay, and you'll be able to buy yourself more of Conquest. Now, once you get a more of Conquest, then that's when the farm begins. You'll be able to farm full Delirium T14 maps with ease, having next to no investment, having next to no levels or experience, but still making a ton of cash. Morph Conquest gives you 1000% more damage, and allows you to effectively destroy all content, unless you just go crazy and farm T16 for some reason. If you want to farm T16s, it's possible. I've been doing it on stream, having no gear, being naked, having only one cosplay, but it's just relatively, um, it's not really worth your time if you don't have the gear. Once you have two cosplays, once you have an Impulsa, that's when you farm T16s, and that's when you pop off and make even more money. On average, I was making about uh, 1 mirror a day on my second and third day of the season. 1 mirror was about 60 exalts or 70 exalts, and I was just stockpiling all the delirium orbs for blights and selling all my blight maps in bulk. Now, if you wanna sell all your blight maps really fast, you have to find a guy. Usually it's not that difficult. They'll just approach you. There are a lot of people who just spam blight maps from the start of the season. Those people will pay massive premiums on your maps if you can sell them in bulk. And that's how you capitalize. You can make insane profits from just selling your bulk maps. Let me show you how much money you can actually make. So one delirium orb will cost you about 20C. 20C can be relatively expensive for the first couple of days, but if you're doing a chaos recipe, you'll be able to get your money back. Now, I prefer to buy maps. I usually run channels on the first couple of days of the season because you can farm tabulas, and tabulas are still relatively expensive. So I buy tier 14 channels or tier 11 channels if I can find any tier 14s, and I just farm those as much as possible. Now, for one map, I can probably get about 50 simulacrums on average. I have been doing all the tests. I have run about 15 maps of one delirium map, delirium orb maps, and I've been getting about 50 on average. So that on the first couple of days, you can probably sell them at about 1C, maybe 0.7C each, making you 35C a map just from simulacrums. Now, simulacrums alone pay for your delirium orb and pay for your map, so you're already getting your money back. Now, humilities are the small benefits, small premium of 9C each. I'm usually getting about 3 humilities a map, and you can probably sell them for like 3C. They're not that expensive, but it's just still nice money considering how good of a layout um, channels are. Now, as for blight maps, you can sell your blight maps for about 30C each. 35C if you find a dealer, 30C each if you just sell it to one person each. And you'll probably be the only person selling them too, because there's no one else doing this. Well, there hasn't been before I make this video, I guess. So you'll be making about 60C every single map just from blight maps. That's completely insane because an exalt is usually 40C in the first couple of days of the season, so effectively you're making 2 exalts every single map. And you'll be able to afford yourself any gear you want, a Headhunter, cosplays, more of Conquest, regardless of how expensive they are, you'll be making money back every single time. Now, I suck at leveling, so I'm actually late to all of this stuff, and I still make my money back. It usually takes me like 6 hours to level. Yeah, now I'm slow, but this strategy is just too good. Just get your ass as fast as possible to T14 Delirium, and just sit there. Abuse poisons, abuse Coca-Ice Nova, farm Blight maps, Blight Delirium maps, and you'll be making a ton of cash. I hope this video helped you guys. You can catch me on my stream at twitch.tv.personaljesus, or if you have any questions, just leave them below and I'll do my best to reply. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you next week, boys. Hopefully it's a good one, and we don't get nerfed. Okay, love you all. Peace.